Blades, it's another match preview. We welcome you as we look ahead to Luton Town versus Sheffield United at 3 p.m. on Saturday at Kenilworth Road. And remember, for a full transcript of this show, just write down everything I say. So who is to blame for this debacle of a season? Is it the players who haven't performed at the levels expected or required for much of the campaign? Is it the recruitment team who've spent what little money Sheffield United has on a glorified Aston Villa loan, a Brazilian to track back who can't track back, a Dutch Brazilian who can't decide how to pronounce his own name, an untrusty, an Ivorian poached by Nantes, a Tunisian we've hardly seen, a goalkeeper who hasn't played in seemingly ever, an injured Tom Davies, and more loans than Blockbuster Video, with about as much recent financial success. Do we blame the owner, the managers, plural, the corrupt Premier League, or is it an assistant referee sat in his dressing room eating a sandwich? Whichever way you choose to look at it, it's important to remember that we've still got 15 games left to endure, each one seemingly more painful and embarrassing than the last. I've said it since game week 3. Can we just beat Derby County's abysmal record of 11 points? Failing that, I'm reading that real progress is being made in the development of a Men in Black style memory neutralizer thing. So sign me up. Let's talk about the Blades team news before we get further into this. Basham and Egan, long-termers, remain out. 𝗣𝗿𝗀𝗂𝗏𝗂 will be back between the sticks after being out with concussion, sustained in our 3-2 defeat at, let's be honest, a poor Crystal Palace side. We saw that in their following game afterwards against Brighton. We also saw Tom Davies return in recent weeks on the bench and could be pushing for a start after he's been brought on as a sub. Jebbison and Baldock, we wait. Ryan Brewster has served his suspension. Pretty sure of that. And Max Lowe's return could be near, which is about as exciting as seeing your neighbour put your bins back after bin day, saving you walking outside in the cold. Sure, it's nice, but it's not going to make much of a difference to the bigger picture. And speaking of pictures, here's one of my predicted lineup, and it was made by the good people at Fan Hub. If you'd like to predict your lineup like this, you can join the Fan Hub community with the link in the description or use the code 𝗤𝗡-YC5. Will we keep 4 or stick with 3 at the back after Aston Villa, I suppose we could say, put 5 on us, messing with that new back 3? 𝗂𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗃, Bogle, Holgate, Anel, Robinson, Reece-Norrington-Davies. Do we do that? Is that the 5? Sousa, Brooks, McAtee, Ben Brereton-Diaz, McBurney, post, tight calf. Another option, hear me out, we go 4-3-3. I mean, we've tried everything else. What have we got to lose? So 𝗂𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗃, Bogle, Holgate, Robinson, Reece-Norrington-Davies. Yeah, I said it. I'd be dropping Anel, the captain, unlikely, but I'm going with it, and trusty. In the middle, Hamer, Sousa, Tom Davies, McAtee, McBurney, Ben Brereton-Diaz. Thoughts, brackets, feelings. I know, bit controversial. Why not try it? Now, 2024 is upon us, which means a packed schedule of FA Cup, AFCON, and of course, Premier League action. Watch every game with the atmosphere it deserves down at your local Green King Sports Pub. Don't settle for a dodgy stream. If it's on telly, it's on at your local Green King across their huge HD screens. Also, if you download the Green King Sports app, as I have, you'll receive 10% off every single drink whenever there's a game on. Their venues offer a range of low and no alcohol options, so dry January doesn't mean you have to settle for a worse sports watching experience. Let's talk about our opponents. Good recruitment without breaking the bank, playing with a style and an identity that fans can respect and admire. No major changes behind the scenes, fairly consistent lineup, quality set pieces, and getting the ball forward into dangerous areas and playing the percentages. Basically, exactly how I would have approached the season, and actually how I thought we would approach the season, recognizing that we can't compete financially. You know, we're expected to go down, so you play to your strengths, not playing to the opposition's strengths. Find a style of play that works for you, stick to it predominantly, but be able to adjust with a firm plan B when needed to grind out points. I think with Sheffield United, we kind of knew the formation we were going to start with, but not necessarily the style of play. But Luton, what I described earlier, that is them. That's Luton, and it's inspiring. Yeah, they might still go down, but they'll do it with respect from the league. They'll do it with respect from neutrals, and they'll make a few admirers on the way. Their manager, Rob Edwards, is a breath of fresh air, a real touch of class. I love his interviews. He's an astute tactician. So far, he's conducted himself in a very professional manner. I said this last time we played them, and I'll say it again. Best wishes to Captain Tom Lockyer. Luton's last match was a very impressive 4-4 draw at Newcastle. They were actually pretty unlucky not to win that game. The team that day was a 3-4-2-1. Kaminski in goal, Mange, Osho, Bell. Amari Bell's really made the step up. I wasn't sure he was going to, but he has. Ogbene, Sambi, Lokonga, Barkley, Doughty, who looked really good at the lane, Clark, Morris, Adebayo. As a team, the Hatters have scored an impressive 32 goals in 22 games. This is more than Sheffield United. That's probably not a surprise, but it's also more than Burnley, Everton, Nottingham Forest, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Fulham, and even Manchester United. They are really giving it a go. And the referee for this match, which I'm sure they'll also have a go in, Luton Town versus Sheffield United, the referee is 𝗜ʰ𝗱𝗶𝗲 from Lancashire. This season, he's taken charge of 17 matches, issuing 68 yellows, 2 red cards, one of which was a second yellow, 5 penalties. He last refereed our 5-0 hammering at Burnley on the 2nd of December 2023. So he's from Lancashire. He refereed that game. The last referee we had was also a referee from Lancashire. What's going on? Player connections. Let's think of players that played for both Luton Town and Sheffield United. So I'll give you a Martin Craney. I'll take from you a Luke Freeman. I'll throw back a Rhys Norrington-Davies, and we'll talk Kingsley Black. Who else can you think of? There aren't that many. Good luck. Let's look at stats. Our resident Statsman Adam, always pumps me full of stat juice before each match. And the Blades have drawn the last 3 at Luton. Last time losing at the Kenny was January 1996, a 1-0. We all remember, who doesn't, 3rd of December 1994, if you weren't born, fair enough, Luton 3, Sheffield United 6. That's the last time we scored 6 in a league game away from home. Not include, playoffs and stuff. We scored 7 away all season this time around. It's not going to be a 6-3 Blades win, I'll tell you that now. This season, we have conceded 2 or more in 18 of 23 league games. I mean, the only ones that we didn't do that, Palace at home, of course, we conceded 1, 1 Wolves at home, 1 Brighton away. Brentford at home, we didn't concede. Amazing. And Aston Villa away, of course, we conceded 1 in that one. We lost 5-0 3 times this season. Once afterwards, we won Wolves, and once afterwards, we lost Liverpool, Chris Wilder's first game back. This latest 5-0, how will we respond? Well, my prediction is we're going to lose. My prediction is 1-0 Luton. A brave performance, I think, from Sheffield United. I think we'll try and right the wrongs of recent weeks. I think it'll be a better defensive showing, but ultimately, our lack of finishing ability will cost us the points, as I think Luton will capitalise, probably from a set piece. Let me know your score prediction in the comments. Right. One thing we're going to introduce for this one, we've got some fan mail. So use the hashtag AskSUW to ask yours. We'll have them read out in future. We'll start with this from Timmy, aged 6. Hal, we know that financial fair play is a regulation that aims to ensure that no football team spends more than it receives. Its function is to regulate, monitor, and improve the economic and financial capacity of football clubs, to take the total income of each club and subtract costs and debt. It is not complied with, then clubs can receive sanctions in the form of financial fines, depending on the type of infringement, minor, serious, or very serious. In addition, more serious measures can be applied, such as relegation of the club, disqualification from the current competition, exclusion from future competitions, or a ban on recruitment, among others, unless you're Manchester City. So my question is, which is your favourite Sheffield United shirt? I like the yellow and purple one. And Timmy says it's my birthday on Sunday. So that's from Timmy. So happy 7th birthday on Sunday, And yes, yeah, yellow and purple. I mean, I hate them all equally at the moment. Bobby, aged 8, has this riddle. John Egan has 8 oranges, 5 eggs, and 4 loaves of bread. And as he leaves the supermarket, he trips, dropping 3 of the oranges and 1 egg. What does he have? A serious Achilles injury, which will keep him out for the rest of the season. Hashtag ask SUW to get involved. Goodbye.